Hi everybody, welcome to your first video of class. This one's going to be how to actually watch a school video and take good notes.
When you are watching an educational video like this one, you have to remember this isn't for entertainment. Although I'll bring in a lot of guest speakers, I'll even bring in my horses and the dog and the cat, and I'll bring in everybody. But remember, you're doing this to learn something. I want you to follow the fit way of watching. Now, that doesn't mean I want you to pump iron or anything like that. Fit all stands for different things. So the first one is F is for focused. I need you to bring a serious attitude. I want you to watch for learning and not for entertainment. Remember, that's two very different things. I means you're involved in the process. If you just sit back and you're very passive, you're going to learn maybe 10%. That's what the research tells us. I want you to take notes. I want you to think. I want you to ask questions. If you do all that, the research tells me you'll remember 90% or better. T, take away distractions. So I want you to close all the other tabs on your computer. So that means the 6 other things that you have open in the background, get rid of them. I want you to put all your electronics away. So your Xbox off, cell phone off. If you want your headphones on, because I want you completely focused on what you're doing. And I want you to say hi to Belle. You say hi, Belle? Belle is a miniature horse here on the farm. She is one of 2 that I have. And I thought on a beautiful day like today, I would sit out here and give you your information on taking notes during WIN. So why should you take notes other than you always hear from all your teachers, oh, hey, that's really important? Well, it would play a huge role in your academic success, which, remember, academic just means school. And it doesn't matter if you are in art class or gym class or science class or math class, taking notes is a huge skill, and it's something you're going to use in middle school and high school and college. It's something I use all the time as an adult. So it's very important that you learn how to master that. And of course, like any other skill, it's really necessary for you to practice it. So what do notes do? So you know why you need them. So what do? Well, they help you process new information. So when I'm learning something new, I write down notes all the time, because if I don't write it down, I'm not going to remember that. And I'm sure you've heard a lot of people say that. That's actually, research has proven that if you write them down, you have a much greater chance of remembering and learning that information. The things you want to write down, of course, are key concepts and terms. The other thing that notes do for you is they trigger the memories of the lecture or the reading or the video or whatever it is that you're taking notes on. The actual body movement, and you guys remember that MI survey I had you do? If a lot of you guys were high body movement, I'd really recommend making sure you actually write instead of not just type, but write out your notes. And it's a good source for test preparation and review. Another good thing is that they can contain information that you're not going to find anywhere else. So you're going to get a lot of information on our videos that you're not going to find in your textbook. And you hear the horses behind me. Here is Blaze, if you want to say hi. Hi, Blaze. Can you say hi? All right. So here we go. So where do you take notes? Well, you can take notes on class lectures, of course. You can take notes on the videos like this one that you're watching. You can take notes on what you're reading. I do that all the time. Oh, bless you, buddy. And how about instructions? If you're taking notes on instructions that you're getting maybe for a big project. So what are some general guidelines for notes? Well, don't try to write everything down. You're not going to win. You're not going to master it. I want you to create or use maybe some outlines, make some bullet lists. Use shorthand and abbreviations like the symbol AND. Instead of writing AND, it'll save you some time. Add pictures and illustrations wherever you can, so you can get away from having that huge chunk of text in front of you. Color code. I know when I used to take notes, I used to always color code mine, so I would keep a highlighter handy, and any big vocabulary term, I would always highlight that in yellow, and that would always help me. And then the other thing is, when you are doing notes, you should always go back and define any unfamiliar terms that you have. So a few more guidelines here. Be consistent, so make sure you're doing them all the time. Be selective. Again, don't write down everything that you hear, okay? Translate the information into your own words. That's a huge skill to have, to be able to do. And then organize them is very important. So use numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. Be brief. Don't try to write incomplete sentences. In fact, you really don't want to do that with notes. Make sure they're legible. And don't worry about grammar and spelling. It's the one time where if you spell it wrong, who cares? As long as you can sound it out and know what you were talking about is really what you need. Now I'm going to teach you about a specific strategy. I always like to tell you all these things and then give you a strategy. And a strategy can be like a no thank you bite. I don't know if you guys know what a no thank you bite is. So a no thank you bite is you taste it once, see if it works for you, and then decide if you like it or not. And that's exactly what I want you to do for the Cornell style notes. I'm going to teach you how to do that. So the Cornell style notes are, you take a piece of paper, whether it be in your notebook or a plain piece of paper, and you divide it into 3 sections. So you're going to have the title up on the top, you're going to have the bulk of it on the right to take notes, you're going to leave a little section on the left, and then you're going to leave a bottom space as well, just like the picture here shows you. I also already have some pre-formatted paper like this, so if you ever want some, please let me know. I'd be happy to keep some in class for you. So while you are doing notes, as soon as you are done, I want you to look at the notes, which should be all on the right-hand side, and I want you to pull out the main ideas. Maybe you have 3 different sort of paragraphs or lists there. You should have 3 main ideas listed on the left. Once you're done that, you want to look at those main ideas and summarize them down in the bottom in your own words. By doing that, you are absolutely going to master and be able to have those notes work for you and do the best job.